guys? I'm Wolfie. Big news. The San Francisco 49ers have worked out and interviewed Miami Hurricanes kicker Andres Borregales for a potential situation where they might end up drafting him. I don't know about that. I feel like you've used your drafting kicker card already. So with that being said, I had to check out, like, what was his stats in with the Miami Hurricanes. When it comes to stats, when it comes to a kicker, that tells a lot compared to what another player would be in another position, because a kicker is a single individual job, right? So your stats will say a lot about your individual work. So let's go ahead and dive in to his stats and see exactly what he presents to us if we were to draft him. And then at the end, I'll tell you what I think of the situation and if we should draft, if we do, where should we draft him, or should he go and draft it? And I'll let you guys know that. In 2021, when he was a freshman from the Miami Hurricanes, and he's been with the Miami Hurricanes his entire career, so we'll just go through it. He's 45 in 2021 extra points, 17 for 21, 81% field goal percentage in 2021. He was 7 for 8 in 2020. He was 5 for 7 from 30 to 39. He was 4 for 5 from 40 to 49, and 1 for 1 for 50 plus. That's not very good. 81% is not a very good percentage, but that is his rookie year. Did he get better, though? Is he able to adapt? Was that freshman year just a blimp on a better career that happens further down the road? We shall see. In 2022, still hasn't missed an extra point. 32 for 32, 17 for 20, 85% field goal percentage. So his percentage did go up. However, he was 6 for 6 for 20 to 29, 7 for 8 from 30 to 39, 4 for 5 from 40 to 49, and 0 for 1 and 50 plus. That is worse than last year, if you ask me, going 4 for 5, 40 to 49, and then missing your 50 plus yarder. That's a big deal to me, because it sounds to me that you could just you even missed a 30 to 39 yarder in 2022. So in my opinion, I think he digressed, even though the field goal percentage says otherwise. But anyway, I digress. In 2023, he was 44 for 45 in extra points. So he actually missed an extra point. He pulled a Jake Moody. So 22 for 26, 84.6% field goal percentage. His percentage was worse than in 2022, which I think was actually worse if you consider the 0 for 1 and 50 and 4 for 5, 40 through 49 in 2022. But in 2023, he was 22 for 26, like I said, 5 for 5 and 20 through 29, 9 for 10 from 30 to 39. So he's getting closer, but he still missed one. 4 for 5. Once again, he is averaging 4 for 5 in 3 years between 40 and 49. You can count on him to miss one of those field goals. In 50 plus field goal attempts, he was 4 for 6. So they really relied on him in 2023 to make some field goals, and he was 4 for 6. So he can make them, just not very consistently. Missing 2 is literally missing 33% of your 50-plus yarder field goals. Once again, this is just giving me Jake Moody at this point. So what does he present in 2024? Let's see what he's got. In 2024, 62 for 62 extra points. You had Cam Ward as your quarterback scoring a shit ton of touchdowns. That's exactly what this says here, 62 for 62. So he has only missed one extra point out of 183 out of 184 extra points, which gives him a 99.5% extra point percentage, which is really good, right? You're bound to miss one extra point out of like 100, and out of 184, he only missed one. So like I would say it's pretty good, not draft worthy. Obviously, if you made every single one of them, I'd be like, okay, that's not bad. I mean, it's better than Jake Moody, right? And then he was 18 for 19, 94.7% field goal percentage. So he did get significantly better down the line in 2024 by a huge margin in percentage. But we need the context. What is the context of him missing these field goals? What is the context of his 94.7%? In 2024, as I said, 18 for 19, between 20 and 29, 7 for 7. So he's perfect. He has only missed one time between 20 and 29, and that was his freshman year. In 30 to 39, he was 4 for 4. So he cleaned that up, because in 21, like I said, he was 5 for 7, 22, 7 for 8, and then 23, 9 for 10. He cleaned it up. He's now perfect under 39 yards. However, in 40 to 49, between 40 and 49, he did miss a field goal, 5 for 6. So he's roughly staying with the same average of not being very consistent in 40 through 49. So he does miss those field goals, and you can count on him missing at least one of those field goals, which could cost us a game in the NFL. I don't exactly like that. However, he was 2 for 2 in 50 plus, which kind of relates to the 4 for 6. If he had more reps with the 50 plus, that probably would have got worse. So I personally am not a fan of this. He's 74 for 86, giving him 86% total field goal percentage throughout his entire career. I mean, that is better than Jake Moody figuratively, but that's not draft status. That's not, hey, let's go out and let's just draft this guy from Miami Hurricanes. He's gotten better, obviously, in 2024, but because you can rely on him to make those 39-yard field goals. But, I mean, the 40 through 49 and 50 plus, like that, if you're going to be clutch, if you're going to be drafted, you need to make these consistently, right? You need to prove that you had a perfect record. You need to prove that you're drafted, because drafting a kicker, because you're already, we know what it's like when you add pressure to a kicker already, because being a kicker is one of the most high pressure positions in the NFL, if not the most high pressure, in my opinion, because it's one shot. You got one shot to make that game-winning field goal, and if you miss, you're fucked, and you're going to be hated forever, right? And now that you're drafted, you wasted a draft pick on a kicker, where if you end up getting a kicker, you can miss out on some other talent. So if you drafted this guy, you're adding pressure onto this dude. What kind of draft pick would I use on this guy? I just said I would not draft him. But if we have 10 picks in this NFL draft. We have 10, right? So a 6th or 7th round pick at that point in the 7th round for someone like this, I'd probably take him. He's got the leg. However, his accuracy is a bit of an issue, right? And it's in Florida. And Florida is not that bad of weather whatsoever. So imagine if he goes into the weather of like kicking in the wind, the snow, bad rain, and all that. He doesn't have that experience. I don't think this guy's draft worthy. I would take him undrafted. And if you must draft him, because we have 10 picks, so one of them could be expendable towards the end, get him with a 7th round pick. But do not draft this guy with a 3rd round pick like you did with Jake Moody. Do not draft this guy with a 4th or 5th or maybe even a 6th round pick. Don't do it. When I first heard about this guy, I was like, oh, maybe 6th or 7th. No, I'm pushing it back to 7th. Last pick that you possibly have, use it on him or go undrafted. Just go get a vet. Heck, at that point, you might as well keep Jake Moody and try to get an undrafted guy to come beat him. I'm not sold on this guy. Let me know what you guys think of this guy, Miami Hurricanes, Andres Borregales. He's a Borregales. I totally butchered that, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Please check him out in stats if you guys agree or disagree. Let me know. Should we draft him? Should we go undrafted? How we use our drafting a kicker ticket already, which I think we already have. Let me know in the comments. Like the video, comment, sub if you haven't subbed already. Bang, bang, not a gang. Let's go.